What is up, you guys? Good morning. Welcome back. So in the past couple videos, I've been talking about how I've been fighting these drivability issues with my 97, where on this new engine, because it's non-VTEC on a VTEC ECU, it's just tripping. It doesn't know how to drive right. It's revving at 5,500. It's just messed up. So I am going to do a full OBD1 conversion, I've decided. I'm throwing in a full rywire OBD1 conversion harness with a P28 ECU that's chipped with HON data. And this is just a step in the right direction for boosting it anyway, but hopefully this will fix our drivability issue, and we should be able to be ripping around and get it tuned up tonight. I'm excited. We're out here with the Civic, and we're just going to start disconnecting everything, starting up here at the fuel rail. I've already deleted EGR, and we're not even going to have a plug for it on our new harness. So this is coming out, and I'm just going to vacuum plug that. And this plug up here is getting disconnected, and that's actually going to reroute to under your dash and connect on the inside. So that's going to be a thing. We might have to end up repinning this to fit it through the hole. While we're pulling off all of our connectors, we're also going to want to remove our battery and our battery tray. Ignore this. I have the wrong size battery in here just for a test drive, but... And then the battery tray is just 3 12 mils. It's actually the rustiest part of my car. Somebody must have let their battery drain a bunch of acid onto this, because my entire car is rust free, and then this battery tray is just annihilated, and these bolts are super rusted. So I've grabbed some extractor sockets, and we're going to start off with the 12, but I have a feeling we might go down to 11 or even 10. So we have the whole harness here. Every connector's taken off. It's actually super easy to just pull right out from under the intake manifold. And then our biggest holdup right now is not being able to get this battery tray out. It's a nightmare. I started drilling them. Just gonna have to keep fighting it. It sucks. But right under there is where we're gonna send our harness through. Liam's getting wrenching on his ruckus. Hopefully get this baby back on the road in a minute. He's just finishing up pretty much his crankcase vent hoses to get this fucking battery tray off. I don't even want to admit the saga I've just been on. I have an air hammer out here, an angle grinder, everything you could ever imagine. So this is how we got it, just enough to do the harness. I still have to get the rest of that out. Got it pulled up here. And I don't know what the best method is. I'm just gonna send it because I'm dumb, but if I was smart, I would look it up and see if people go that way back through. I'm gonna hope I can pull the ECU plugs out to the engine bay. The thing I did just realize about my rywire harness is I am going to have to fabricate my own charge harness, but that's no big deal. It's just positive on the battery to positive on the starter to positive on your alternator. Because I have ABS, I have an ABS control module on top of the ECU as well, but just treat it the same. Keep your ABS in and undo the green plug, and then just send this out. Fit them through this kind of plastic collar that was on the inside, and I do think they're going to fit through the hole. That's huge. So I'm going to get these ECU plugs pulled out, and then we can throw in our new harness for the first time. Here I have my whole harness, and we're just going to tug this through. All right, 1 so far so good. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Yeah, fits through no problem. After getting that off the fuse box and undoing a couple plastic clips that hold things around, we are officially out. I'm stuck on something, but we're out. So sick. Hyped. Out with the old and in with the rywire. Let's get this thing out there. Now, same deal, just the opposite. I backfed the ECU plugs back down through, and I'm keeping all of the connectors out in the engine bay. Now, just for testing purposes, I am keeping the old ECU in here, but I hooked the green plug back up to there. And then I am plugging back into our P28 here. It bogs out when you give it gas.
Yeah.
Is it getting better? Where's your seat, dude? I think you're in business. Oh. Dude, I think you're in fucking business, Dad. I'm gonna pull out this wicked thick puller fan, and I'm actually gonna switch to a super thin pusher and puller combo, and then run my own fan harness. But the reason I'm going to do that right now while I'm doing the wiring is just so that when I throw the turbo kit in, there's more room. Kind of a good comparison here, but the OG radiator fan, especially including that motor in the center, is thicker than a 2-core radiator and a slim fan combined. Fan I'm planning on stealing from my old car, and it looks like I do need to pull off my intercooler too, but that's actually a step in the right direction because obviously this intercooler is going onto that car very soon. There we go. Let's see if I can slip this out now. Yup. Awesome. And we even made a step towards Turbo Civic in the process. Yep. There we go! Out here getting everything hooked up. I actually almost have everything hooked up, and you can't even tell, which is how sweet the tuck harnesses are. But we are almost there. I just have a few more things to do. I have to get my charge harness on, and I have to rewire my injector pigtails because those are set up for 5.0 Mustang injectors, and I'm just gonna be running the stocks on this for now. I'm gonna run inside and find my old injector plugs, and we'll cut them off as pigtails. So I just popped that whole little black box that covers this whole injector harness up, and now I can get to the pigtails easier. That felt so sacrilegious. I can't believe I just did that. Completely untouched EX harness stock, and I just clipped them. But you gotta do what you gotta do, and I will just wire on new pigtails when I need to use this harness. No big deal. Here we are. 4 new connectors. Funniest thing about adding these into the rywire harness is that I'm probably going to be running stock injectors for like maybe a month, maybe 2 months. Depends on how long I stay on low boost. But stock injectors are only going to be able to handle up to like 8 pounds. So not very long. I have everything hooked up, very half-assed and haphazardly, but enough to give it a shot. I'm going to jump inside, upload a tune. I'm going to have to disable intake air temp because I need to extend that harness and it's the wrong plug. But other than that, let's see what it does. It came with a Jordan Distributors Ghost box here, which in theory is fine, except that they wired it in incorrectly. I can't figure out how because it's just a couple plugs, but something about the way JDI sets these up, it actually doesn't provide the correct ignition signal for Honda to do data logging. So I just grabbed another Honda ignition and we're throwing that in. At least until I can get in here to do more diagnosis, I just have a stock Honda ignition from an EK, and it's just in there and hanging. But I'm gonna go reconnect the battery, try to upload a tune, and we'll see what happens. After switching to the stock ignition, I'm still not being able to upload. Every option for uploading is grayed out. I'm able to download off of the ECU, just not upload, and I'm starting to get worried. So I'm going to pull off the cover and look at my both ECU board and my Honda board. The thing I would be so confused about, though, is just that it always worked before. I was always able to upload prior in the other vehicles. Like, what changed now? Moment of truth. My Honda board looks beautiful. That's kind of what I figured. I'm going to look over the whole ECU and let's just double check, guarantee that it's not this, and then we'll move on. Yeah, from what I can tell, everything about the socketing on this ECU is done super proper, so I don't think that's our issue. It's really strange. That's, in a way, a good thing, though. I'd rather it be a software issue than a hardware issue. Threw the Honda back in, we're gonna cover back up our ECU. That's good news. I have no idea what I did, but we are on, we are connected, and we are online and ready to data log on Honda. Let's fucking go. This has been an all-day thing. All right, well, sick. This is huge. I'm gonna get a calibration set up and upload. No fucking way. Uploaded. Successful. Error codes. There's one error code. Intake air temperature. I disabled IAC, so it shouldn't be throwing the code. I thought, right? Parameters. Miscellaneous. Disable intake air temp. Okay, so it just won't affect it, but I'll have a check engine. No big deal. See what happens. God. We're running on Honda. Just like that. We're running on Honda like mint. No check engine light, nothing. Dude, we're tuned. We're idling wicked high due to no intake air temp, but that's awesome. Guys, I'm on Honda right now. We're running with a new rywire harness on OBD1 with a P28. I know this is the goal, but for a little bit there, it didn't feel like it was gonna happen. It's having some trouble figuring out its idle with no intake air temp, but I'm overall so happy with it. Let's go. Can't wait to get this all sorted out. This is the most Honda Civic with a laptop test drive I've ever done. The ignition is sitting on the fucking ground. Going on at once. I wasn't really able to film that test drive, but I 100% fixed it. It's tuned and it's driving well. Let's put this thing back together and get on the road. Maybe even go to the skate park. Right, you guys, I think I'm gonna call it a video. Huge progress. Yesterday, this thing was running horrible on a stock ECU. Now we're tuned up on Honda with a full OBD1 conversion rywire harness and running a P28 SI ECU. This thing is mint. I'm so excited for boost. It's making me feel really ready for it. But let's rip this thing around NA for a bit today and see how it goes. Maybe I'll even go turbo in the next video. No telling. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and have a good one. StuuTuube.